Okay, so we're going to be reacting to a Balrog versus TJ combo death battle. This was recommended by Cody Lane the Dragon, I think. Well, I don't know what your name is. You just been changing your name a lot. So we just finna go ahead and react to this video. I hope y'all enjoy. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And let's go ahead and get right to it.
Thousands of years ago, one Greek guy punched another Greek guy, and then they just turned it into a sport.
Indeed, boxing is one of the oldest Olympic sports and has since been refined and perfected over nearly 3,000 years.
And today we're pitting two of gaming's toughest boxers head to head.
Balrog, the crazy
Balrog
buffalo
is the father
from
of
Street Fighter.
And TJ Combo, the hard-hitting champ from Killer Instinct. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Killer Instinct,
And
I ain't
it's
never
our
played
job
that
to
game
analyze
before.
their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
This might be an evenly matched
Boxer,
fight, now that I think
gambler,
about it.
cheater. Heavyweight champ Balrog has been called many things. Merciful was never one of them.
Hard to blame him given his rough upbringing. Born and raised in a ghetto neighborhood, the young brawler-to-be had one goal: to leave his poor family and taste that sweet, sweet American dream. You know, the boozing, gambling, and womanizing kind of dream.
Uproot at heart, Balrog
got that
learned
Vegeta-
early on that he
Vegeta
had a
widow's
gift
peak.
for roughing others up. A gift which he soon turned into a professional boxing career.
Does that really surprise anyone, though? I mean, look at the guy. His skin can barely even contain his own muscles.
At 6'4" and 298 pounds,
6'4",
Balrog is a
298.
monster.
Yeah.
Compared to real-life boxers, Balrog would be the second largest heavyweight champion in the entire history of the sport.
Talk about a beast. He makes good use of that size and strength as he specializes in slugger-style boxing.
Out of the four generally accepted styles of boxing, sluggers are the most straightforward. They
Yeah.
sacrifice mobility and
Just
finesse
haymaking.
in favor of unwavering perseverance and terrifying brute force.
Knock his
And
ass clean
Balrog
out,
embodies
one
this
punch.
style to a T. Sluggers are great at taking lots of hits without going down, and then KOing their opponents
10K, you
with
will take
just
a punch
couple
from Mike
big
Tyson.
punches. In Balrog's case, his
It does
dashing
depend on how hard
punches
he
let
throw
him
the
come
punch.
in
You doing
swinging. His screw smash uppercut is so brutal, it can power through other attacks. But Balrog's strength
Mike
really
Tyson
shines
will
with
knock
his
y'all ass
famous
to the
gigaton blow, or with
other
his
side of the
incredibly
planet.
deadly turn punch, if he's able to hit anything with it, that is. The longer he tenses his arm up for, the more powerful the move gets.
While all these moves are fair game in the rules of boxing, fairness is the last thing Balrog cares about.
Damn, this freaking guy is crazy.
Golly, why they got
I
him
mean,
looking like
really,
that?
Look at those eyes. That's the same look old
Got him
Grandpappy
looking like,
Boomstick
Mr.
had every
Popo a
time he
little bit.
came home with some fresh poultry dinner. Till the damn chickens got him.
Unfortunately, his victory was short-lived. When he returned to the ring, he ended up killing his opponent. With his career ruined, Balrog returned to the life of gambling, booze, and women.
Bro, is this like a
He
live
got to
action
kill
or
a guy
something?
and drink all day? Talk about living the life. But B-Rog wasn't done flexing his fighting skills. He joined the crime syndicate Shadow
And his hairline got
basically
even
punched
worse.
his way up to become its founder's right-hand man. And who wouldn't want somebody as rough and tough as Balrog at their side?
Especially since he's so strong, he once killed an elephant with just one punch.
Golly.
See this one? His name's Kodal. Balrog killed his best friend.
Good friggin' elephants had it coming for years. Never shut up. And someone always loses on Dawson's stage.
Elephants commonly use their skulls to knock down trees, meaning they can withstand a force of at
Oh, here
least
they go with the
10,000 pounds.
stats for
The
elephants
strongest
knocking
punch
down
ever
trees.
recorded comes from heavyweight champ Frank Bruno with a force of 1,420 pounds. A dangerous amount of strength to be sure, but still only 1/7 of Balrog's potential.
But Balrog wouldn't be a true slugger if he couldn't take a beating. He battled the sumo wrestler E. Honda, and the two fell off a cliff, and they both survived.
We know this fight takes place in Thailand and on a cliff overlooking a river. This area is very similar to the northern Kwai Yai River, which can be more than 300 feet wide. By comparing that to the width of the river as seen here, we can estimate the cliff to be 1,272 feet high.
But while Balrog may have the raw power of a slugger, he's got all the
Okay, so
downsides
he's
that
durable?
come with it too.
A smart enough opponent
Yeah,
could
big other
potentially
time.
predict and counter his attacks. This is how he lost to other Street Fighters like Dudley and Alex.
Yeah, he's not the brightest shed in the tool, if you know what I mean.
Tool in the shed.
Taking
You're
all
a
them
tool.
punches in the
After
head.
Shadaloo's head honcho was
Shouldn't be.
defeated, Balrog got a promotion and ran the whole crime syndicate himself, until he ran the whole organization into the ground.
Probably a few too many blows to the head.
But hey, we're not here to test his management skills.
That's exactly what I
Balrog's
said,
been
too.
out of the ring for years, but today he's here to show he's still got what it takes to win. At the end of the day, you gotta respect the crazy buffalo.
Alright, so some good information on
I can
Balrog.
almost smell the money now. If I can pull this off, I'll be on Easy Street forever.
Sound terrible though.
Standing 6'1" and weighing 220 pounds, TJ Combo is the definition of a champion.
But he didn't start out that way. Born to a poor family on the Texas coast,
Kinda
Tyler
remind me of
Johnson
Jax a
Garrett
little
was
bit.
in for a rough road to fame and glory. TJ
6'1",
didn't have much, but he
185.
did have
No,
boxing.
220. He's
TJ's
220.
dad trained him to box, and he joined a junior league when he was 12 years old, where he promptly lost.
But instead
Ooh.
of learning from his mistakes and trying again the next year, TJ replaced the padding in his glove with a roll of quarters and got
Wow.
his revenge with one savage blow. If he learned anything that day, it was only how good it felt to win.
Well, the junior league didn't exactly agree, so they kicked him out. For the rest of his childhood, he was in and out of trouble. But unwilling to give up, TJ eventually took what little he owned to start a new life at a boxing gym in Chicago. As a janitor. Hey,
I ain't
gotta
gonna lie, his
start
story
somewhere.
starting
Yo,
off kind
check
of
this
trash.
out.
Balrog, I might just watch
TJ's
him.
love for boxing never died. Every dollar he earned was spent on boxing lessons. Every spare minute studying legends like Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali.
You could say he was really
Balrog ain't
cleaning
used to
it
studying
up
Mike
in the
Tyson,
ring until he
Balrog
finally got
might
a
just watch
shot
him.
at the heavyweight championship.
Like his hero Ali, TJ fights using an outboxer style, staying outside an opponent's reach with evasive maneuvers and taking advantage of missed swings.
And TJ's go-to attack is his mighty power line. Wait a minute, isn't that the band from a Goofy movie?
No,
Oh, it's a straight punch that knocks even the toughest opponents backward. His tremor punch is a flying overhand attack that can hit the ground so hard it creates a
So he
shockwave
don't
that
really
knocks
got no,
people
like,
off their
powerful
feet.
moves like that,
And
though.
he can even send them skyward with his vortex uppercut.
but his fighting style goes beyond mere punches. His flying knee is good for aggressively closing in on opponents.
What
and his
game
shoot
is this?
toss sets them up for his
Cause he
famous
kind of look like
combo.
Genji from Overwatch.
That's
in
where
really
he got
fighting.
the nickname TJ Combo.
Is
No,
that how
Hanzo,
you got
Hanzo.
your nickname, Boomstick?
Nickname? What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, never mind. Through years of hard work and dedication, TJ eventually won the heavyweight championship. At last, fame, fortune, and glory were in his hands. And then they all went to his head. TJ got lazy, blowing his prize money on parties,
Good for him.
and ignoring his training until he lost the title.
Ah, shoot. Man,
Dang.
this poor guy just can't keep it together, can he?
That's when the world-dominating mega corporation Ultratech, aka Evil Walmart, offered TJ an experimental surgical procedure to put him back on top.
And TJ remembered the lesson he learned long ago. If all else fails, just cheat shamelessly.
Yeah.
Ultratech fused titanium
Cheaters
implants
never
into
prosper.
TJ's
Remember
arm,
that.
drastically increasing his striking power. Within 6 months, TJ won his title back and held it for 20 years. But Ultratech wanted a favor in return.
They waited 20 whole years to cash in the favor? Nobody's that patient.
Ultratech had a new product, a robot warrior they wanted to showcase in a battle against the boxing champ. They left TJ with one word of instruction: lose.
What? TJ smashed it to
Dang.
pieces in front of a live audience because screw perfectly legal long-term business contracts.
In response, Ultratech exposed TJ for the cheater he was, and thus he was
I mean,
banned
he
from
asked for
boxing.
that.
Again. But this time, TJ refused to go out in disgrace.
So he ripped the metal right out of his arms with his bare hands.
Golly.
Like a badass.
Or a complete idiot. But by some extreme luck, Ultratech's experimentation left him with a minor healing factor, which ensured his arms weren't ruined forever. What's more, he also learned he could enter a berserker mode, which enables him to move and punch faster when in desperate situations.
Well, robo-arms or not, TJ is one impressive fighter. His punches can launch heavy
not really
enemies
getting anything like
over
major
13
from
feet into the air.
TJ,
and
though.
holding the championship for 20 years is way longer than the world record.
Currently, the longest held heavyweight title belongs to Joe Louis, whose reign lasted 11 years, 8 months, and 8 days. TJ defended his title for nearly twice that length.
Plus, TJ's got plenty of experience outside the ring. Without implants, he's defeated the Secret Agent Orchid, the upgraded Warbot Fulgore Mark II, and killed multiple Ultratech super dinosaurs. That's right, this is a boxer who kills frickin' velociraptors on the regular.
And he's obviously very resilient to pain, like
Yeah, I
when he
still don't know
survived
what
jumping
game
out of
this
an
is.
Ultratech skyscraper. Based on the amount of time it takes other unfortunate visitors to fall from the top floor, this building must be 1,162 feet tall.
But we all know this boxing champ never had a perfect record. He lost fights to Glacius the Ice Alien, and twice was outmatched by squads of Ultratech super soldiers.
Also, while TJ's outboxer style is quick and resilient, it can be overwhelmed by an aggressive enough opponent.
Yep,
If he gets
and I
overconfident, he's sure to lose an important
we
fight
already know
sooner
Buddy's
rather
gonna
than
watch
later.
him.
But since being outed, he's determined to prove his skill is all natural. It's gonna take a lot to bring
Yeah,
down a
TJ ain't really
champion
that
like
powerful
TJ
for
Combo.
real.
And don't think for a moment that I'll let anything get in my way. Cause if you give me that moment, I win.
Alright.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
Alright, Balrog versus TJ. Who y'all got?
Ladies and gentlemen,
I got
introducing
Balrog
our first
winning this
fighter.
fight.
He's big, he's crude,
I
and
was thinking
all
about
right.
TJ, but
He's Balrog.
that just ain't no way for him to win.
Now for his challenger.
And
A
Balrog out here
heavyweight
looking like
champion with a shady
Bob
history,
Lashley.
who's here to prove he can beat the best of the best, even without awesome metal arms. He's TJ Combo.
Man, think you got what it takes to beat the champ? You won't even make it to round 2, wimp.
They went back to their corner too. I like how this one animated. Hold on,
Here we
now.
go. And fight.
How long ago was this video made?
Balrog starts strong and
Okay.
ferocious. Better stay out of his way,
We,
TJ.
we, me, crack. Huh?
TJ's quick, but Balrog is clearly
Oh, I
overwhelming
said,
him.
go sit down in your corner with me.
Just like that, Balrog puts Combo in the corner. And here he comes for the follow-up. TJ is now in a good spot.
Oh, he did.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Corner
Did
now.
TJ just turn this around?
Me. Ball don't got no defense. Like, how you playing with his gloves? Like, you gotta put the guard up or something.
Balrog's the first to fall.
Annoying bastard.
TJ got a
I'll
guard
break
up.
you like a rag doll.
That's the bell, ending round 1. Folks, it looked like Balrog clearly had the reins in this fight.
How
but I'd
Balrog
say
gonna sit in
TJ
here corner?
proved he can give as good as he gets.
They just sat in each
Moving
other's
into
corner.
round 2. I think this is too close to call.
What you got, huh?
Okay, Balrog moving kind of slow now. He's getting weed. He's getting weed. He's getting cracked. Balrog, see ya. Headbutt. Real.
A dirty move from Balrog.
Real. God.
That's not appropriate.
Come on, Tiny. Just you and me.
That
Bring it
widow,
on,
that widow
asshole.
beat. One player. God. That's like TJ's strongest move, so I don't know how he wins now.
They won't stop. How long can this go?
God, he's beating Balrog up. Oh, sweep him off his feet. Cracks him. Finish him. Oh, Lord. Alright. That. Cool. got the powerful move though. Beast. Meat.
You won't hear the full 10 count. Why don't you go to hell?
God.
I can't
KO.
believe it. Combo's down. This could be over.
Oh, he getting up.
I ain't done.
Oh, berserker mode.
TJ's back up with his last breath.
Oh Lord. This is where big combo play. So Balrog getting dealt with right now. Meat. Broke his arm here. Yeah, Balrog got it there. Krakatoa!
Holy TJ Combo takes the title in absolutely brutal fashion. Excuse me.
He dropped his
I've got a
head on the
hurdle.
camera. That's tough.
KO.
Oh, it's just like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Only I don't think his head's getting
I'm not gonna lie, I
reattached.
forgot
This was
TJ
an
had a berserker
extremely
form,
close
but
bout.
I didn't really
In
think
fact,
it was gonna be
both
that
fighters
powerful.
were evenly matched in a lot of unexpected ways.
Being a slugger, Balrog was obviously used to having the strength advantage, but TJ actually had him matched.
Recall how Balrog's punch killed an elephant whose skull could withstand 10,000 pounds of force, or 44,482 newtons. In comparison,
Know what I'm saying? I ain't
TJ's
know
vortex punch
TJ
is
was gonna have
capable of
something
hitting opponents at a
close to that.
minimum of 13.4 feet into the air,
Oh Lord, they
even
took
if
that
they
into
weigh as much as
consideration.
550 pounds like Fulgor. To launch something that heavy with just a punch would require 44,820 newtons.
See
of
why
force.
didn't they include this
Dang,
information in the
that's
beginning?
close, and that's not even
Rigged.
TJ's
This
strongest
match is rigged.
punch. Even their ability
I
to
want
take
my
hits
refund.
were pretty similar, like Balrog falling off of the cliff or TJ jumping out of the Ultratech skyscraper, both of which were at similar heights.
Luckily for TJ, analyzing real-life boxing trends revealed his inherent advantage over Balrog. The popular triangle theory of boxing, also called the rock-paper-scissors theory, claims that sluggers such as Balrog naturally struggle against outboxers like TJ.
Yeah, slugger punches are really strong, but they're predictable and
Yeah, see, I
require
don't know
more
about
energy.
boxing like that,
so
so I
a good
wouldn't take that
outboxer
into
could just keep his
consideration.
distance, capitalizing on mistakes, and then wear the slugger down over time until
That's
the
just like
opportune
saying a
chance
Mike
for
Tyson
knockout
versus
blow.
like
Obviously,
Muhammad
it's
Ali
called a
fight.
theory for a reason.
How would
Every
that go?
boxer is different. However, when applied at a very fundamental level, the triangle theory holds weight.
Like when Ali took the title from slugger George Foreman in the famous Rumble in the Jungle by using those outboxer tactics.
And don't forget, TJ kept a heavyweight title for over 20 years. Despite how closely matched their power and durability were, TJ's speed, tactics, and experience won the match
I
by
could tell in the
permanent
beginning
knockout.
that TJ had
You
the
could say
speed.
TJ had the instinct
Balrog,
for this
Bob
fight,
Lashley looked
and
at
it was a
losing,
killer.
The winner is TJ Combo.
W fight. I can get behind. Thank you for this recommendation.
Stick around, we're about
though,
to announce
Cody
the
Lane.
combatants for the